everyone, I'm Cara Stokes. Like you guys, I know what it's like to have a lot on your plate. I'm a mum of 3 kids, one of them a karate student. I'm also a karate student. Not as amazing as all of you guys, but I'm getting there. And I'm a business owner too. So today I'm running you through Sports School Manager for Dojo, which is basically designed to help you with admin because, like I said, we've all got a lot on our plates. And honestly, I find some days admin is like a 15-year-old boy and just doubles in size overnight. I don't know how it happens, but it just kind of seems to do it. So basically, I'm just going to show you how it works so you can see whether or not it might just kind of reduce a bit of that for you. So it's a system that just helps with things like student enrolments and trial management, and I'll go into all of these in detail in a minute. Attendance tracking and grading records, which are super important as we know. Communicating with students and parents. I know that can be a total pain in the butt sometimes, especially getting people to read emails, check they've received it, all that sort of thing. And easy reporting, because that's the sort of stuff you want to do on the back end, away from daily dojo life, just to see that everything's running as it should be. To give you a quick bit of context, it's jumped a page, there we go. Some of you may use Revolutionise Sport with your national membership. So Sports School Manager just sits together with this to help you manage daily dojo operations so they can work in conjunction with each other. All right, so in a typical dojo week, I'm hoping that we're getting inquiries. That's the goal, right? Lots of leads, people signing up, hearing about the club and getting excited. And then we get them maybe onto a trial or they sign up straight away. We're tracking their attendance, moving them through grading and communication and reporting as well. So this is kind of the context I'm going to show it to you in. Obviously, there's a lot more to the system. So if you're wanting really detailed things, you can speak to the team afterwards. But we're going to keep it fairly simple for today. When an inquiry comes in, you can just add in their details. If all you get is someone walking through the door, or maybe they've got a friend's name, someone's asked you a question, you can start with just their name. You don't even have to have email or phone. Once you get those, you can add it in as well. So basically, as soon as you have information on a person, it creates their profile. This is like a lead card, as you can see here. So you might just have first name, surname, whatever, phone number. Maybe they ring you with a question because they've got an injury. They're not sure if the training's going to be suitable for them, or maybe, unfortunately, their kids had a hard time at school and they're looking for a club that's really going to nurture them, build their confidence. So you can add in notes and things like that, have a conversation with them, and if they decide you're the club for them, you can move them into, say, a trial membership or signing up as a student. That is just one click. Super easy, all the information stays the same. So instead of having like multiple spreadsheets or post-it notes for other people, which we know can get lost, it's just one click and then you move them straight into student management. So all their details stay the same no matter what's happening for them throughout the system as well. And it's very easy to then, sign them up to a trial membership or however your memberships work. So a lot of the things in the system are designed to be customised to you guys because we know every school works differently. And this has been built in conjunction with dojo owners, giving us input and saying, look, we need this, we need that, that's not going to work for us. So we're also very open to, if you have a particular function that you know no software is ever going to have, actually have a conversation with us because we'd be like, that's fine, we can put that button in, or we can change this up for you if you need that, because we know there's a lot of frustrations with that kind of back-end management. And all you guys really want to do is make sure that your students are looked after and training hard, right? So you don't need all the extra stuff that's going to add to your load. So once the lead is converted into that student, you've got them training fairly regularly. This is like your student page. So like I said, it stays the same. Lead student, they've got this profile here. So it captures all of the vital information, their contact details and date of birth, their age, what membership they're on. So you can see at a glance, are they on a trial? Are they on your 2-day-a-week package, whatever sort of membership setup you've got, the join date and the programs. Now, program can depend on your club. So say for Shobukan, that's different locations. So a program might be Shobukan at Joondalup, Shobukan at Alkimos. For other clubs, that might be different modalities. Say you might do karate, but you might also do yoga, or you might do some other self-defense class. You can keep that all streamlined and separate. Under programs sits your groups. So that would be where you'd have them separated into beginners, advanced, mid-level, or it might be juniors, teens, adults. However, again, that works for your club as well. It's all set up under there. And then you've got your ranks. So that's generally your belt system. Now, it's important when you're setting that up that you give it a priority, which is as simple as, say, 1 to 10. So white belt might be 1, yellow belt's 2, or whatever belt system you use. That ranking will then determine how they grade, which I'll get to in a little bit. Obviously, tracking absences is really helpful as well. and parents as well. It's literally just one click between student and parent profiles. So if you're on the phone to them, it's very handy. Instead of being like, I'm not sure who's connected to who, this is confusing. I know, especially with me and my daughter, obviously I'm a parent, but I'm a student as well. So it's really handy for clubs to be able to just pop in and see, okay, this is what's happening. Who are we talking about? What's going on? That means your customer service gets a little bit nicer as well, because you're not kind of scrambling and going, well, who spoke to this person? Where have they come from? I don't know what's happening. And notes and history too. Again, really important. Someone like me, I've got an injury. I have to be very careful with certain things I do. So that can be shared throughout the club, no matter who's interacting with that profile. They can just pop on and go, okay, they've got that particular injury. Or like I said, if a kid's had a hard time at school and they're just starting at the club, the instructor can know straight away, oh, okay, this kid needs a bit of extra nurturing, build their confidence up. So we know that they're going to feel really welcomed into the dojo when they're starting, because it might be a little bit overwhelming for them. Next up, we're looking at attendance. Obviously, we hope everybody attends as much as possible. The reality is that doesn't always happen, right? Check-in's really easy, so you can just tick them off, present, absent. Whether that's the instructor, whether you have an admin person, you can check them in per class, or if, say, on a Saturday you run 3 classes and every student attending those classes is coming for all of them, you can set it up as a daily check-in, so they only have to check in once and then it's done. You can also do self-check-in. If you have, say, an iPad, the instructor can sit it there for the students, or admin might have it on the desk and they can check themselves in. And also then before the class starts, you can quickly have a look and go, oh wait, Billy's here, but he hasn't checked himself in, so I'll just tick him off as well, which is really handy. So it just removes that, again, manual admin, and also makes it a little bit more foolproof than kind of, managing paper and things like that. And it's fast visibility for you guys as owners as well to see what's going on. If there's any hiccups or problems, right, usually where we get any issues with business stuff is where communication breaks down. So this is what we're just trying to bridge that gap. So if any issues pop up, you can just quickly see what's going on. Makes it a lot faster and easier for you. Tracking grading. These are the exciting days, right? They're big. They can be an epic kind of situation, organising a lot of students, but we want to know when they're actually ready to grade. So again, like I was saying, this is very dojo specific. It depends on the program setup you have, the groups, the ranking system, all that sort of thing. And you can always set up the eligibility criteria. So you might have over here, we've got the time-based syllabus. Maybe they need to be your club for 60 days before they grade. Or you might do attendance syllabus. They need to do 24 classes before they're allowed to grade. You might want both. Or the other option is you might have particular syllabus where they're like, nobody grades until they know this particular kata. You can add that in as well. So then that gets ticked off, and we know when it's all showing green, fantastic, they're ready to graduate, either on graduation day when they're doing their grading, or after it, if you've got a list, all these people have graded and they're ready to move up. You click the button, it automatically takes them up. So here we've got someone in white, stripe 2, they grade, they go to the next stripe or to yellow belt, and the system automatically does that for you based on what I was talking about earlier with what kind of programs ranking system you set up. So as long as you get those priorities set up, it just does it for you. And then all of these will reset back to 0. So you know they're ready to go. So it just breaks the burden of those grading days, because like I know they're very exciting. We want to see the students going through, but the admin can be a bit of a headache there as well. So you get that clear student progression, and it's really easy for you guys to see. As also students know as well. So if they ring you up and they're like, look, I'm going on a holiday, I've heard grading days coming up, I don't know if I'm going to be eligible, you can tell them quite easily rather than having find paperwork and things like that and be like, where's the highlighter? What are we at? How many have they done? You just go, yeah, this is fantastic. You can go on your holiday. You're not done till grading, due to grade till next time. So it just makes that a little bit easier as well. Communication, the bugbear of every business. We have set up event templates in there. You can obviously customise those. You can add in your own templates, send out custom emails. So this is fantastic for class updates, reminders, any kind of parent communication. If some unforeseen event happens and you have to cancel a class, you can then send it out just to whoever is attending on that particular night. So you can target just a group, or right down to particular people. Maybe there's only 3 people in your club that need to know specific information. You can search them up, be like, they get all of that sent out to them. Now, when you send an email, you'll see either pending or delivered. because we are very aware of things like spam filters, so they only send emails every 3 minutes rather than instantly. Because if you do a bulk email, say to 200 people all at once, it's much more likely to trigger a spam filter. And then you get parents going, I never saw that email because it's in their spam folder. So it just kind of just slowly drip feeds out to give it the best chance possible of reaching them. You can also do special events in here as well and get an overview again of what emails have been sent. Also in the student profile, you'll be able to see what emails they've been sent to. So if you get that phone call, I don't know what's going on, I never saw this, you know, well, we sent it to you, have we got the wrong email address? What's happened here? So it helps you kind of problem solve at the same time. Reporting is really handy too, so you can see enrolment trends, you can have it as a bar graph, a line graph, whatever works for you, and you can configure it to see whether it's by month, year or whatever. So this is really helpful to see what's happening with the different seasons, right? We know in Perth in particular, when it hits winter, everyone goes, oh my God, it's cold and raining, I don't want to go outside. Or on 40-degree days, I know I'm guilty of it. Occasionally I'll go, I'm not training today, I want to stay in the pool. So it's helpful for you to see things like attendance, enrolment, all that sort of stuff, what's impacting Christmas and that, as well as student leads and numbers of students and leads there too. And payments if you want to track it in the system. You don't have to. If you've got a financial software that you're really happy with and that works for you, you can use that too. Otherwise, you can track it manually in the platform, or there's Stripe integration as well. So you've got multiple options. I guess the goal is here, like I've said, is to just make it suit your school and run for you in a way that just simplifies things so that you're not actually thinking about this stuff all the time and you can get back to just focusing on getting these kids and adults trained really well. So it's been built for dojos with dojo input. You can have multiple family members, multiple instructors, more than one location, all kinds of different age groups and classes, and it has timetables in there too. So alongside seeing what membership they're on, you can quickly look at the timetable and go, right, is this set up for this term? What events have we got coming up? Which makes it really handy as well. Oops, a little bit far. The kind of check-ins that you might want to look at is who started a trial this week. So again, new kids coming in, we want to make sure they get the best experience when they walk through the door. Who hasn't attended recently? Last year, my daughter and I had an unfortunate string of illness and injuries, which we couldn't predict was going to happen. So we couldn't just put our membership on pending. There was no way we could catch up on all the classes. So I just said, can we drop back from the 2 class a week membership to the 1 class a week? Keep attending the 2nd class and that'll help us catch up. Because the system's so easy, they were like, yep, no problem. Whereas if you were doing that manually, you'd probably be quite frustrated that they've asked you that, because in the back of your head you're going, oh my God, this is a pain in the bum. I don't want to deal with this. You know, do we have to go through this? Whereas they were just like, yep, no worries. As soon as you're back on your feet, let us know. We'll get it all sorted once you're caught up. So I really appreciated that as a parent and as a student as well. And you can also see which classes and locations are busiest. Again, this is really handy for the business management side of it. Sometimes you might have a location that's performing really well and another one where you're just struggling to get numbers. So you could nudge a few people and be like, hey, did you know this might actually be a bit closer for you? Or if you want a bit more instructor input, this class is really full, we're quite aware. This one, there's a bit more space, go and check it out, see if you might want to have a go in here. So you can see all of those kind of snapshots too. We've also added some really cool functions. My favourite one that's just come on is e-signatures. I don't know about you guys, but every time I go to the doctors and get handed a clipboard with paperwork, my brain instantly goes, there's got to be a better way than this, right? We live in a digital world. There has to be a better way. So you can add in whatever forms you want, build them out, customise them, email them to parents, be like, before your kid starts, please sign this form. It's 2-factor authentication, so it's highly secure. They do have to go through a process of doing those little puzzles, which can be annoying, but it means that those documents are very secure. Legal documents are protected, protecting their privacy as well. You've got that parent's fast profile switch, so toggling between the two to see what's going on is really handy. Another thing I think is really cool is training materials, so you can add in videos, documents, images, all that sort of stuff. I know that when you're learning a kata, sometimes you remember while you're in the dojo, you get home to practice and you're like, I know the start and the finish, and there's a couple of bits in the middle that I can't quite get the hang of. So it's really handy if they can jump on and watch a video and be like, oh, that's right, that's how that block moves into that kick. You can also do event management, and admin task. Again, this is a bit that I absolutely love as someone who has a lot of admin in her life. You can just log whatever you want, dump all these tasks. It's basically like your paper to-do list, but it means that wherever you are or whoever needs to access it can check it out. So if your admin person is like, look, it's my day off, but I need to do these things, they can go sit at a cafe with their laptop and just jump in and check this stuff out. They don't need to call you up and be like, I need to look at your diary or your books, or I need this bit of paperwork. It's just all there, which is really, really handy. Goes with them wherever they want. Some other things that we're adding in soon are a shop, which is going to be pretty cool in around August, September. Inventory is about April, May. Parent login, again, I'm excited about this one because then parents can have their own dashboard. That reduces inquiries for you. Fewer phone calls, fewer emails, so you don't have to have your day interrupted quite so much. We're also adding in things like student score, organising your actual grading day, any tournament days you might have, and duplicating and importing groups and ranks. So at the moment, setup is a little bit more time intensive. It's fairly easy, it's very user friendly, but you will have to set up your programs with your groups and your ranks for each one. What's coming is where if you have groups, say juniors, teens and adults are the same across the board, you can just duplicate that. So it'll be, again, one click. So all things that we're working on, which we're pretty excited about. So if this sounds like it might be helpful, there's a 90-day free trial. Also, any clubs that have 20 students or less get it for free. Like we said, we just really want to nurture clubs, so any regional ones or up-and-coming ones can jump in and have a bit of a go. Set up trial students, explore the attendance and grading, and test that communication workflow. And if you have any particular functions or features you need, just speak to the team. They'd love to get on and be like, all right, let's get this set up for you. But if you have any questions about like pricing, detailed setup, further integrations, maybe you have another piece of software that you need to talk to this as well, just talk to the team and see what's capable for you.